I will try to build Wall-E in 10 seconds, 1 minute and 10 minutes. This build was requested by Colossal. Do you think I'll be able to do it? Roll the intro.
Vaud the Builder, can we fix it? Vaud the Builder, yes we can.
Hi, I'm Vaud. Welcome to another episode of Vaud The Builder where I build stuff. Let's see if I can build Wall-E in 10 seconds. Alright, here we go. I am going to start with some light concrete and black concrete to cover the tires, I guess. And then yellow concrete. We're going to do a 3x3. That should be enough for his body. And I'm going to do the other. It's not a wheel. What is this? Like a tank? I don't know what they're called. There we go. And then we're gonna go up right in the middle, maybe 2 blocks. I need to build something for his eyes, like that. And then his arms, they can go out like this. And done. That was totally 10 seconds. What do you think of Wall-E? First of all, does it look like Wall-E? For sure. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. I showed this to some of my friends and this is what they said. Sage said, is it meant to be Colossal? No. Gaia3 said, I'm really happy you make him. Oh, thank you. Zero Jam said, it does not matter what it looks like. In other words, it's ugly. Callie said, I think Pixar might have copied your design. Conrad Walker says, a little bit. Yes. Yes, it does. A little bit. Thank you. And Nessa said, yes. Thanks. Now let's get fancier and see if we can build Wall-E in under 1 minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. For the wheels, I am going to use this bath salt. And then I'm going to use a couple of levers to make it look like it's the tires. Sure, why not? And we're going to place a gate right in there and then a yellow concrete right at the top. Right at the front, we'll do the shelf and a trapdoor at the back. I'm going to add some tripwire hooks to the side for the arms and some chain. So it looks like it's extending its arms. Sure. We're going to do a fence and a sign. Let me place that. Alright, I'm going to do some copy and paste. And I need to add some dye. And also some glow squid, so it looks even better. Let's do white and a glow. Done! That's it! Time's up! Wow, look at Wall-E. Let me find out what those are called. The wheels. There we go, a tiny little Wall-E. Look at his face, it's so cute. I love it. What do you guys think? So we have one under 10 seconds, another one under 1 minute. Next, under 10 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, on this particular build, I decided to do a time lapse and record myself rather than building it straight away. For some reason, I felt so much pressure. I don't know why, but I was so nervous building this. I think having a timer didn't help, and the pressure of not able to say something coherent while I was building it. I was like panicking, absolutely panicking. So here we go. So I decided to start with the tracks, the wheels, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm going with a bunch of random blocks. I decided to go for a 2 white track and I'm using deep slate. And in the middle, in between the 2 layers, I'm adding copper trapdoors. And I thought it turned out really cool. It looks, you know, very worn, very used, very dark, and like on the outside and then kind of rusty. And that's how I imagine Wall-E, like that, you know? In a really harsh environment, exposed to all those elements and the dust and the rubbish he's compacting. So I thought this fits really well. Now that I'm moving into the body, I decided to use mainly yellow concrete, but I am going to mix it with some orange concrete, gold blocks, and I thought it would look cool. And then at the very top, I'm going to go with the andesite, polished andesite, and I'm going to mix it up. I added a piston, a furnace facing on the inside, and an observer. I also added the arms, pretty funny, really long arms, straightforward. And then the hands, I decided to add polished andesite, one stair and one slab, to make it look like he has some sort of clamp for his hands. And then right at the top, I'm going to build the neck. I decided to go straight up. And for the eyes, these eyes, I chose to go slightly oversized. And then on the eyes, the typical border, I added a little bit of dark at the top with a tough block. I don't know, make it look like it has eyebrows. And then typical black in the eyes and a sea lantern for the middle part to make it really bright and stand out, and wool for the white part of the eyes. And then to add a little bit of texture, I decided to add some slabs to make it look like the eyes are a little bit deeper, you know? And then here at the back, it's pretty boring, but I decided to do 2 cones facing back from what I originally did for the eyes. I decided to go for 2 blocks to the back, and then I'm going to make the cone slightly smaller by going in 1 block and then again 2 blocks to the back. I wanted that rough look for the back of the eyes too. Now for the body, I also decided to add some extra textures like some trapdoors, some signs, some buttons, just going around, just adding some extra textures. And then for the hand, I wanted to do the boot that is holding the little plant. So I'm using a plant pot, and a mangrove propagule for the plant. It looks very cute. And the very last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to add its name to this. So I'm going to go W-A-L-L space E. Wally. And there we go. I love it. In my last video, I made a cat with a really big head, like completely oversized. So I thought, what about I do oversized eyes today? And I think it looks really cute. I like it. I like all the little details that makes it look like it's, you know, a bit rough and dirty and not all original parts. And also it's holding the little plant. What do you guys think? I think it's adorable. And there we have it. Wally in 10 seconds. Wally in a minute. Wally in 10 minutes. If you're interested, the world download and schematics will be available in my Patreon page. Should we try another 10 seconds, 1 minute and 10 minute challenge? Let me know in the comments. I am not going to ask you to subscribe, but you need to watch Wally this weekend. And up here, I'm gonna leave another video that I think you will enjoy. Then I gotta go. Bye!